LSU Basketball Tigers will face Arkansas on Wednesday night at the Maravich Center. Tip time is set for 8 o'clock. Tigers will also host Mississippi State this Saturday at 7 o'clock. Last night, Will Wade's radio show originated from TJ Ribbs on Eagle 98.1, and he was talking about the Hogs.
Yeah, they're the hardest playing team that I've seen on tape this year. I mean, they're not going to get beat to a loose ball. They're not going to get beat to the rim. I mean, they come from behind and block a bunch of shots. They're never out of plays, and so it's going to be a big, big challenge for us. We're going to have to step up how hard we play. We're going to have to be absolutely relentless on both ends and just play extremely, extremely hard because that's how they play. Sometimes, they're the best defensive team statistically in our league, and sometimes it looks like they're playing so hard. It looks like they got 6 guys out there on the court because there's nowhere to drive it. They swarm to the ball, and if you float passes or throw bad passes, it's going to be a turnover. And so we've got to really have another good day of preparation tomorrow to get ready to play on Wednesday night.
Georgia, what, that 8 p.m. tip time a little too late for your boy? What's going on?
Getting old, man. Getting old. When I see 8 o'clock tip time in the middle of the week, I am out.
You want to play as hard as the Hogs do? BlueChew.com. Promo code OTB. First order free.
Saints linebacker coach Mike Nolan is reportedly leaving for Dallas to be the defensive coordinator for new head coach Mike McCarthy. Also, the Saints, who cleaned out their lockers on Monday, said that Saints linebacker Kiko Alonso tore his ACL during the loss to the Vikings. It's the third time he's torn his ACL during his career.
Jeez. I hate, and it's always about the time of the year in which you get injured too, right? Like, what does this mean for Alonso next season? Not just with the Saints. I mean, for him, like, personally, right? I don't know. Having to come back from that surgery 3 times. Kiko's been in the league, what? I mean, got to be over 10 years now, if not closing in
Close
on
to
10
a decade,
years. Yeah. I'll be interested to see if he's back next season.
From LSU basketball on Wednesday night to the Pelicans last night, Jazz and Pelicans referees missed a possible foul at the buzzer that could have forced an OT, and the Utah Jazz extended their winning streak to 6 games by holding on for a 128-126 victory over the Pelicans Monday night. The Pels will host the Chicago Bulls on Wednesday. Zion Williamson is expected to return to 5-on-5 practice today. That is a source according to ESPN. Did you see him pregame last night going through a couple of dunks?
I heard he dunks.
Look good. He's the number 1 pick.
I know nobody cares about basketball right now.
Just an MCL. I mean, we're treating it like he's...
That's fine, though. There is no need to... There's no need. Look, just treat this like it's like his sophomore year of college or something, or like a redshirt year in the NBA. Like, I'm not worried about Zion's timetable here. I'm in it for the long term, not the short term. As we broke on this show, he wants to be in New Orleans. Secretly, though, right now, the Pelicans are getting better. I know nobody cares about basketball. I know their record's terrible because of that 13-game losing streak, but like they actually are getting better. Brandon Ingram's balling. Lonzo looks like a completely different player right now. So once Zion returns and football ends, I think I'm ready to. I think I'm ready to dive back into it.
Shout out to Mississippi State's next head coach, Coach Billy Napier. Last night, the Raging Cajuns picked up their 11th win of the season.
Wow.
As quarterback Levi Lewis threw for 2 touchdown passes, and Jamarcus Bradley has caught a couple of touchdown passes as UL Lafayette beat Miami, Ohio 27-17 in the Lending Tree Bowl. Lewis threw for 246. Bradley caught 7 catches for 88 yards. Other college football news: Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is entering the NFL draft. He made that declaration yesterday.
I have had the advice and counsel of my parents, my family, and coaches in going through a thorough analysis of the alternatives. And without further ado, with lots of prayers, thoughts, and guidance, I have decided that I will be declaring and entering the 2020 NFL Draft.
The decision. No surprise there. Rivs, how you feeling about Napier?
I was confused. For a second, I thought Jordy was congratulating Mike Leach.
I wish you would. I wish we would.
I wish we were.
So I know we're making Napier jokes, and he did cancel on us right before yesterday, which is kind of interesting. But is he still the accepted in-house leader in that? I've seen all kinds of names.
I was telling you guys, he
won
saying,
11 games in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Look, he keeps saying that he's not. But he and so like you can only take him at his word. But then Saturday night, and I wish I could remember who it was, I saw a reputable state beat writer, someone that I definitely believed, I don't remember who it was, tweet that they were finalizing his contract. Enough so that I woke Kevin up and was like, hey, I think Napier's our next coach.
Oh.
So
You woke him up? Like he was asleep and you woke him up to tell him that?
Yeah. I was like, I think Napier's our next
How did he feel about that?
Oh, he was fine. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't he
told me
didn't care.
in the morning, right?
Especially now that it hasn't happened. That was like the most pointless wake up of all time.
I guess I forget that people aren't thinking about this stuff all the time.
Oh, yeah, you too?
I actually saw a report with a whole bunch of coaches' names on it. Just like whatever, casting a wide net. And
I got Napier.
Because it's the off season.
Totally fine with Napier.
I got my money on Napier though. I mean, if we're betting, it seems like he's the guy.
In the 2019 tradition, though, Joe Brady's name was thrown on the list
I
as well.
almost texted everybody, but I didn't want to cause a ruckus.
Yeah,
calm down.
Let's give Joe. Let's make him the head coach. Why not?
Other college football news: LSU players get another day off today. They return to the practice field tomorrow. They'll leave for New Orleans on Friday, where they'll play Clemson in the national championship game on Monday. Seen this number hovering around 5.5 to 7 points.
Yeah. I mean, We're going to talk about Clemson a bit today. I'm going to give you, first off, the winning numbers for Trevor Lawrence's life, like from age 14 on, are kind of absurd and interesting. But more so, I want to start to talk about the matchup on the field. And I think it's clear that LSU actually has a talent advantage in this game. Despite how well Clemson has recruited, I think that LSU's better. And that's not an opinion I'm for my own. We'll get into it. It comes from other coaches, but the question is, can Clemson's can they make up for that talent gap? We'll explore that.
Dallas Cowboys have landed on Mike McCarthy. He'll be the 9th head coach in the history of the Dallas Cowboys organization. McCarthy's contract with the Cowboys will be for 5 years, that according to sources over at ESPN.